Doctor Who, Into the Rabbit Hole, by Jesse Parkin. Read by Isaac Travis. Alright, we are entering System Alpha 6. Let me know if you can reconnect to the distress channel, the Doctor says as he pushes himself in his wheelchair to the console. He hits a couple of buttons on an index pad and turns a couple of dials. He grabs the makeshift intercom mic. The Doctor pats his hand on the mic twice. Hello? Hello? This is the Doctor speaking. I got your distress call a bit ago, but I could not connect. I have entered your system, but cannot recall what planet you are on. Nobody is going to answer. Ah, that is right. I remember now. The TARDIS flies down to the planet the distress signal was from. The planet was covered with waves. Water filled the ground. Waves were as large as buildings, and some were thousands of feet tall. Whizzes through waves, and skimming through the water, the TARDIS shoots in the direction the highest cell signals from the distress call. There it was, a large ship about 100 feet long. It was half submerged under the water. The Doctor realizes why the signal cut out. The side with the antenna was submerged and damaged. How did I get down there? Says the Doctor. He opens the doors of the TARDIS to get a better look. The TARDIS slowly reaches the water, and the Doctor throws out an inflatable raft. I knew I would need this sometime. The Doctor jumps onto the raft and paddles to the ship. He reaches the top of the ship and jumps on. The Doctor grabs his sonic and scans the area. Perfect. No alien readings. However, aliens aren't always a bad thing. I have met a couple in my life, and not all were bad. A roof hatch sits half in the water, so the Doctor approaches it and opens it. Water pours, but then it stops. The Doctor jumps down into the ship. Alright, it's been a while since I've done something like this. He walks down a hallway that leads into water. There is a room near the end that keeps shaking. It looks like someone is knocking, but he cannot hear because of the water. He takes out his sonic screwdriver and scans the door. An electric lock system. I know I can fix this. He uses his sonic and overcharges the lock. The Doctor shoots open, and two people come flying out into the water. They are wearing odd spacesuits that looked nothing like what the Doctor had seen before. Please, don't hurt us! Please! One of the people said with a trembling voice. Our ship was attacked, and we lost almost everyone on impact. Please! Don't worry. I'm here from the distress signal. I'm not going to hurt you. Alright, I'm the Doctor, he replies. The Doctor? Doctor who? The other person says. He was a younger boy. Correct, the Doctor says as he approaches them. Let's get out of here, okay? The ship shakes. The water rumbles. Oh no, another wave, the older one says. What's that mean? Another wave, like heading towards us? Says the Doctor. Run! They bolt down the hallway, trying to stand from the shakes. The Doctor boosts the young boy up the first hatch, and then the girl. He then jumps up to the hatch, and the girl helps him up. A wave, the size of a small planet, forms, and is on its way towards them at fast speeds. Get in the TARDIS, the Doctor says, as he helps them into the TARDIS. He closes the door and heads towards the console. Uh-oh. The waves smash the TARDIS underwater. The water starts to seep into the cracks of the door. Oh no. Stand away from the door. If water comes in, well, I am not too sure what I can do. Water then crashes through the windows of the TARDIS and starts to fill it up. The Doctor runs to get something to patch the windows, but then the door is blasted open with gallons of water. The TARDIS had begun to fill fast. The Doctor tries to swim to the console, but the crashes of the waves splash him back. He tries to signal to the young boy to press a button because the boy is holding onto the railing near the console. The boy reaches for a button, but hits a different one. The TARDIS materializes out of the water, and the TARDIS appears in a grassy field near a large tree. The Doctor crawls out of the doorway, covered in water. He eventually gets on his feet and looks around. This wasn't where I choose to go. What button did you click? The Doctor says to the boy. I'm not sure, Doctor. I tried to hit what you said, but my arm couldn't move that far, he replies as he takes his suit off. A rabbit runs through the legs of the Doctor and climbs up at him. It bites his jacket pocket and takes his sonic screwdriver. It then quickly scatters before the Doctor can react and slip into the hole near the bottom of the tree. Come back here, you little... The Doctor slides into the hole, but does not fit. Hit slams his head on the tree. The younger boy runs up to him and puts his hand out. You need help up? Oh, right. My name's Felix. That's my sister, Leah, he says proudly. Felix helps the Doctor onto his feet. Thank you, Felix, he says back. Felix takes his flashlight from his pocket and shines it onto the hole in which the rabbit ran into. He turns it off and puts it back in his pocket. Felix walks over to Leah and asks for something. She gives him to him, and he takes it, shakes it up, and throws it down the hole. What was that? The Doctor says, concerned. A flash scanner. I detonate with this screen. I can get a direct scan of what it detected near. In this case, it will give us a scan for what's at the bottom of the hole, Felix says. Then he presses some buttons on his screen and detonates it. A loud ringing noise blasts from the hole along with a bright white light. A beeping noise comes from Felix's screen. He checks it, and it shows nothing. Just black. The scan didn't work, says Felix, as he was completely shocked. A man walks down from a hill in the distance. He wears a top hat, large coat, puffy pants, and a gold pocket watch hanging from his inner coat. The closer he got, the larger the smile the Doctor could see. Welcome, travellers. I did not expect someone to arrive today. Besides that, you're truly just in time for tea, he says to them. Felix and Leah look at each other very confused. I think we are okay with tea. I also don't know why we are here. And a rabbit stole my sonic, the Doctor says. Sonic screwdriver. Can you repeat what you just said? The man says excitedly. A rabbit stole my sonic screwdriver. The Doctor then gets cut off. You must be the Doctor. That would explain the TARDIS. I'm glad that you made it. Follow me. I'll get the sonic back to you, the man says as he turns away and directs the group to follow him. The Doctor, Felix, and Leah follow the man with some doubt in him. My name is Strivian, but the people here call me the Hatter. Don't know why, he chuckles. They walk over a hill and enter a valley. Waterfall streams, large trees and many different bugs surround them in the valley. They keep walking through the valley until there is an opening. The Hatter starts walking down the other side of the valley and enters a city. What are you waiting for? Come on, the tea is getting cold, he shouts. Damn it. Something's not right, guys. Do you also feel the same? The doctor whispers to Felix and Leah. Leah responds, Yeah, can we just get that Sonic and leave? He's creeping me out. They have no choice but to follow. They enter the city and see many different people. However, they have a distinct look to them. They almost looked controlled and animated. Almost as if they were created to distract someone or trick them. At least, that is what the doctor has picked up upon. Something's not right. The Hatter pushes some curtains and were being used as a door to open. He waves the doctor to come to him. Doctor, Felix, and Leia enter the tent and sit down. Would you like some tea? The Hatter says as he forcefully pours a cup of tea in front of the doctor and pushes the cup close to him. Drink up. You will catch a cold. Thunder goes off in the distance, following with rain. The doctor takes the cup of tea and smells it. It is a warm smell mixed with a subtle hint of mint. He then takes a sip. Would you look at that? It's raining. They never said it would be in the forecast. He chuckles again. The doctor's eyes begin to get heavy. He puts his hand down to keep himself up. He then starts falling asleep. Voices begin to speak in his mind. The doctor tries to shut them out, but he is too weak. Select voices begin to get louder. Doctor! Doctor, help! Wake up, doctor! The doctor's eyes shot open. He analyzes the room, but it is too dark. Nothing but a single light bulb hanging from its wire is above his head. He sits in a wooden chair with his arms strapped to the armrests. He tries to break free by shaking himself. The more he tries, the tighter the straps feel. Where am I? He says in a weak voice. Felix? Leah? Can you hear me? He says as he passes out again. Light shot on, and a spotlight shines directly onto the doctor's face. His eyes slowly open. The light is bright. He puts his head down to protect his eyes from the lights. You know, it isn't nice to fall asleep at someone's tea party. I'm disappointed in you. So, will your friends be soon enough? A voice shouts on a distorted intercom. The doctor's head shoots right up in the direction of the voice. You wouldn't dare put your hands on them, the doctor says in anger. What can you even do if I did? You can't move now. Can you? The voice laughs. Hatter, the doctor says to himself. I won't let you get away with this. The Hatter stands up from his chair in his secret office. He puts down the microphone and leaves the room. He enters a hallway and skips his way through a door. The door slams open and the Hatter walks out through it. The room behind the door looks to be a TARDIS room. A console with a large glowing beam in the center, bookshelves, tables, chairs, and many empty teacups. The Hatter hits a couple of buttons on his console and the screen turns on. The screen reads, Enhanced Multi-Life Projection Updating, 82% complete. The Hatter readjusts his top hat and walks back from where he entered. Perfect timing. Only a few more hours until my plan pays off. The doctor starts rocking his chair back and forth. He then falls and the chair shatters into pieces. He is finally free from the straps. The doctor crawls to his feet and re-examines the room. It is a lot lighter than before. Against the wall in the room, there is a light switch. The doctor flips it up, and all the room's lights go on. The door is on one of the other side of the room. It is a white door with a wooden handle. The doctor opens it, and it is greeted with a long hallway. "Get off of me!" a voice says in the distance. "That's Felix's voice," the doctor says as he starts to run towards the voice down the hallway. Many doors are lined down the hallway, all appearing the same. Then there is a door, the one where the voice is appearing from. The doctor opens it slowly and peers inside. There, Felix was tied down to a chair. "I'm coming, Felix. Don't worry." He runs towards him. The Hatter hits a button on his watch. The doctor approaches Felix, but then, when he turns his body over to see his face, spiders begin to crawl out of his eyes, his nose, and his ears. "Bloody hell! What happened?" the doctor says in complete shock. He backs up and trips to the ground. The ground begins to crack and fall into a void. It was almost as if a black hole was ripping the ground beneath him. The doctor is then sucked through the ground, and he begins to fall. Reality blends in front of his eyes. From falling into darkness, the world around him becomes purple, then blue, then red. He falls, and falls until he slams into a massive clock. His force shatters a hole in the clock, and then falls into the hole. Slam! The doctor slams down into a large cup of tea. A man then starts to stir the tea around with a spoon. The doctor begins to spin down into a whirlpool of tea created by the spoon. The doctor wakes up on the floor of the room where he has entered, dizzy and out of his mind. When he looks up at the room, it then becomes the field that he had landed in. "What the hell is going on here?" he says, out of breath. The rabbit bounces to him with the Sonic in his mouth. The rabbit drops it at his feet. The doctor picks it up. "Tell me where Leah and Felix are." He uses his Sonic to scan his surroundings. The doctor slowly raises his head and looks forward. The Hatter stands in front of him smiling with a cup of tea. He walks towards the doctor, chuckling. "You look tired. Would you like some tea?" the Hatter says as he brings a cup of tea to the doctor's face. "No! I don't want any more of your stupid tea!" Then he slams the tea out of the Hatter's hand, and it shatters down onto the floor. "Tell me, where are they? Where are they?" he shouts. The Hatter backs up and looks quite scared. "They're gone. I can't just give them back to you," he says, confused. The doctor pushes the Hatter in the face and grabs his jacket. "You're coming with me," the doctor says as he pulls the Hatter into his TARDIS. The Hatter looks down and smiles, then he laughs for a bit. The doctor hits some buttons on his console. The TARDIS then materializes. The console reads back on a screen and signals to the doctor that it was having trouble locating anywhere to land. The Hatter rises from behind the doctor with his hand up into a fist. "I got you now," he says as he swings at the doctor. The doctor dodges the punch and rams the Hatter into the railing around the console's platform. The doctor then goes to punch back at the Hatter and grabs his hands, and then shuffle around trying to hit each other. The doctor tries to throw the Hatter down the stairs, but he is pulled down the stairs too. They both lay down on the TARDIS floor. Both are in minor pain, but are sure. The sonic screwdriver fell from the doctor's pocket and lays near the door of the TARDIS. The Hatter crawls towards it, but it is hit back down by the doctor. The doctor crawls and grabs the sonic screwdriver, but It is then pushed down again. "Give it to me, Doctor," the Hatter says in an angered voice. The Doctor knees the Hatter's stomach to get him off from on top of him. He gets up and bolts to the door, and then jumps through it. The Doctor gets up and chases the Doctor, but is hit down by the doors of the TARDIS. The Doctor uses his sonic to lock the doors and keeps the Hatter locked in it. I have to find Leah and Felix. The Doctor runs over the hill and back to the city. He's then met with two tall men wearing white suits. Each suit looks different. One has a number 2 with a heart, and the other has a 9 with a diamond. "No trespassing," they both say. "People I know have been kidnapped. Let me through." Not until the Hatter says so. The Doctor pushes through both the guards and runs to the large building in the city. It is the Hatter's lair. He slams through the door and calls out for Felix and Leah. "Doctor, is that you?" Leah says. "Yes, it's me. I've taken the Hatter down for now. But we don't have time," he shouts back. The Doctor enters a room where they have both been tied up against each other. The Doctor cuts the ropes and saves Leah and Felix. "I'm so glad that you're safe," the Doctor said happily. "But wait. Say something only I would know." Leah begins to disappear along with the walls of the room. Everything begins to fade into a metallic room covered with lights. Felix grabs onto the Doctor's coat. "What's going on?" the Doctor says as he turns around to a door. The Hatter stands there, hunched over, holding a knife to Leah. "Choose what happens, Doctor. Her life or the sonic?" the Hatter says with laboured breathing. Leah screams for help, but stops when the knife gets closer to her. "Put the knife down, Hatter," the Doctor says. "No, you don't understand, Doctor. Give me the sonic and she lives. Now!" he says with more anger. The Doctor throws the sonic to the Hatter's feet. "Take it. Now give her back." "My word, Doctor, you are so ever stupid," the Hatter says as he grabs the sonic screwdriver and pulls Leah into the room behind him. The Doctor and Felix chase them into the room. Behind the doors, the Hatter's console is. "I've tricked you, Doctor. My technology has paid off after all this time. But now, with the sonic, I can create so much more. I will call it sonic projection," the Hatter says with excitement. "Hand her over, Hatter," the Doctor says as he loses patience. The Hatter takes her upstairs and then pushes her against the railing at the top of the TARDIS. "Where did you get this TARDIS from? Is it stolen?" the Doctor says. "Stolen? Could you not tell? My name is Striven from the planet Gallifrey," he says back. "But," the Doctor says in shock, "I heard about everything. So, in my time before the big event, I chose to find you. In doing so, I had gotten a pal to send a virus into your TARDIS's systems. That's why you landed here, and not where you wanted to be," the Hatter replied. "Who did you get to do that? When would you be able to hack my TARDIS?" the Doctor replies in shock. "Not hacking, just rerouting. I got my friend to do it. And you had killed him. I guess karma is real, especially because he killed your last companion." The Hatter then pushes Leah closer to the edge. The Doctor looks around the Hatter's TARDIS and sees that they are travelling in motion. he can use the console to make the TARDIS move and knock the Hatter over. The words "I now can destroy with the sonic power" will make me the richest man alive. I can deserve anyone I want. The Hatter is distracted by his daydreaming, which makes him drop Leah down from the top railing. "No! Leah!" Felix screams as he watches his sister fall. The Doctor sprints to the console as she falls, and just in time, he hits a certain dial that sends the TARDIS flipping through the vortex. The motion sends Leah flying sideways as she falls into a couch near the Hatter's reading quarters. The Hatter is sent into a bookshelf, which he then knocks down onto himself. "Leah, Felix, we have to get out of here," the Doctor says, as he rushes towards the exit of the Hatter's TARDIS. The Hatter pushes himself out of the book pile and grabs the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. He points it at the Doctor. "Time for you to die, Doctor!" the Hatter shouts. He uses the sonic to open the door of his TARDIS. The door shoots open to reveal the vortex they have been travelling through. Lightning shoots through into the TARDIS and blasts the Doctor and his companions back. They all hold onto a railing to prevent themselves from being sucked out of the door. "Hold on," the Doctor says to Leah and Felix. "Why won't you just die?" the Hatter yells. He loses his grip and gets stuck towards the door. He crashes down and slides towards the door. "No! Doctor! Help me!" A lightning bolt strikes the Hatter and sends him flying out of the TARDIS. "Damn it! There goes my sonic. I'm glad you two are safe. I've called my TARDIS. It should arrive any time now. We must go. Just trust me. Just hold on to me. We have to jump out of this TARDIS," the Doctor says. They all hold hands and slowly approach the door. 3, 2, 1. They jump out of the Hatter's TARDIS and fly through the vortex. The Doctor snaps his fingers, and his TARDIS swoops just in time to save them from being hit by another bolt of lightning. They all land on the carpet at the entrance of the Doctor's TARDIS. "Finally, we're safe. I think," the Doctor says with heavy breathing, which pauses in between each word. He gets up and checks on Felix and Leah. "Are you guys okay?" he says to them. "Yep, I'm fine," Felix says, as he hugs the Doctor. "I don't know what I would do without Leah. We've been together since I can remember. We have tried travelling our system, looking for homes to live in, and new families, but never had any good luck. We both met in an orphanage. I took Felix from an orphanage at a young age. He has been my brother ever since. I don't know where we would be if you never saved us from that underwater planet," Leah says, as she begins to tear up. "Ah, don't worry, you two. I'll always keep you safe," the Doctor says as he opens his other arm towards Leah to comfort her. The new crew has assembled for the Doctor. He finally feels comfortable to have another companion. After what happened to Laura, the Doctor has felt tons of guilt. They travelled to many planets, to many missions, and met some new friends. They could not come along, of course, until one day, the TARDIS picked up a signal from an odd radio wave directed towards the TARDIS. "Alright, you two, it looks like we're heading to London in the year of 1888. I can't seem to decrypt this message, but all I know is that they need me," the Doctor says as he types on the console of his TARDIS. 1888? And they can contact you? How does that work? Says Felix. I was thinking the same thing, Felix, until I realized that I could regenerate. And I have 2 hearts, the Doctor replies back. The TARDIS doors open to a rainy, black alley in London. The man stands there with an umbrella above his head while he smokes a cigar. "I've been waiting for you, Doctor," the man says as he turns towards the doctor.